There's a lot of double brokering in the industry, and the law does favor the motor carrier. So if the motor carrier that actually hauls the load is not the carrier that the shipper or the broker hired, that carrier can go against the shipper and the consignee to collect that unpaid freight. But because I represent mostly in the carrier side, we try to uh, twist it in a way that that shipper is unable to enforce that broker carrier agreement because they're not a party to that broker carrier agreement. The case law is divided. Some courts find that if the language is such that the carrier waives the right to collect explicitly in the contract, then they cannot collect against the shipper or the consignee. Some other courts require that the purpose of the agreement itself is to benefit the shipper and the consignee. And if the shipper and the consignee can't demonstrate that the parties entered into that agreement with the intent to benefit them, then they will not be able to enforce that provision. So the most important document for the carrier and the shipper and the consignee is the bill of lading. So you have to make sure that the parties to the bill of lading are correctly identified. So if you want to pursue the shipper, that shipper's name must be in the bill of lading, and preferably they have signed it also. And if you want to collect against the consignee, make sure that the consignee signs the POD. If you are a shipper and you want to be released from liability, the Uniform Bill of Lading has what it's called a non-recourse provision, or Section 7. And if you sign that provision, then the carrier cannot collect from the shipper and must collect against the consignee.
And a lot of people, again, I've been doing this for 25 plus years, and I've bumped into tons of people who think the bill of lading is kind of you also need it document, but they don't recognize just how important that bill of lading really is to protecting yourself in that transaction. And so anybody that's in the shipper space or is going to be paying for transportation really needs to understand how a bill of lading works, because that is really, really critical.